So a lot of people get excited about Lambeau Field, the history of all that. You've been there before.
How can you not?
It's been a while. What do you think about when you get to go places like this?
Well, everything right there around Lambeau is pretty cool too. The architecture, how you kind of get to the stadium is it's unique to anywhere else in the league. So there's that aspect, the history. You feel it when you're on that field, and obviously the Packers. It's a big time home field advantage for their fan base because how much they show up every single home game. So it's the times that I've played there, it's been a crazy atmosphere, and I'm excited for this one.
You guys got some things going in the second half, especially scoring some points offensively. I know it had been a rough stretch before. What was working for you guys against the Raiders?
Well, penalties and turnovers have always kind of been what we've been preaching in terms of how we fix our second half stuff. And sure enough, you saw us flying downfield, kind of penalty free and turnover free, and found a way to get the ball in the end zone, man.
Travis, just beyond that, how would you just assess where the offense is right now?
Slowly inclining, getting better, man, every single day. You can see it out on the field. You can see how everybody's more in tune with the offense and kind of feels their role being developed and kind of rising to the occasion when you get asked to do more.
What's the balance of, I mean, obviously you guys have lofty goals where you've been the past several years, but it's the balance of a team with those sort of goals, having young players that you do have to have, what you just mentioned, that patience waiting on this.
I mean, at this point, there's no patience. No, everybody's kind of on the same page that we got to get this thing rolling now. And you felt that last week during the game, and sure enough, you felt it this week during practices and even today. And everybody knows that this thing is we understand what it can be, and I think that's the excitement we're able to bring every single day.
The last two games, they put you more in the backfield, sometimes as a lead blocker. I just wonder if that was a suggestion you maybe had before the bye week, or just what that sort of adjustment does for the rest of the
Whatever
offense.
the team needs, man. I'm as much as Coach Reed needs me anywhere on the field, mixed into the run game, pass game. I'm here for that.
And, you played almost every snap against the Eagles. They sort of, trended you down a little bit against the Raiders just because it is your 11th year, you're playing through some injuries. Just how much have you tried to manage your own snap count during the game versus the competitiveness to always want to be out there?
The only time I'm ever coming off the field, like me personally coming off the field, is if I feel like I'm just too exhausted, or I've just had so many plays in a row, or just had a big play where I had a big hit or something. Those are the only times you'll see me come off the field. Outside of that, it's all just whatever the game plan is, and I'm always on board with that. However, whoever is out there on the field, obviously I want to be out there helping my teammates out, but I'm not looking at my snap count on how many plays I'm playing per game or anything like that.
Andy used a term on Monday on the Zoom to talk about Rashid having a really nice game. It's more Patrick friendly. Running his routes and doing things. What does it mean to be Patrick friendly to you, and when did that how long did it take for you guys to get there?
I mean, it's the thing about being in this offense, it's nonstop, just it's always growing. And with that being said, there's routes that I've ran early on with Pat that can kind of give reference to some young guys or give reference to what we're running nowadays. And you over time, you just find what's unique about this offense that can make it run that much more efficient. And, with the reps that you get, you just keep, kind of computing that data, man.
Trav, you caught a pass in every game that you played except the very first one.
Mm-hmm.
It's because you played one snap on special teams, I guess. What do you remember about that night, and what special team were you on?
What I remember is it was a blocked field goal, and I was supposed to be on the side that it was blocked from. Yeah, my guy Sean McGrath, man. Sorry, Sean, wherever you're at, brother. I put him in a hot spot. The left wing went down. I was supposed to go into the left side, and sure enough, I looked over and was like, "Hey, my left knee isn't too strong right now. You're trying to take this side. I know they're coming from that side." And it was a block, but that's all I can really remember from that game. I thought it was against the Cowboys, but I guess it was against the Giants. So I don't even know.
Travis, what's the ceiling for Rashid? What kind of player do you feel like he can realistically be?
Man, he could be a number one on this team. He could be a number one in the league. I think he's got all the talent that you need in that receiver room, man. He could play inside. He could play outside. Strong with the ball, can do things with the ball in his hands once you get it to him, meaning that you can run routes with him or you can just get the ball in his hands right now and he can do some things. And that's why it's so fun playing with him, because his role is getting bigger and bigger every single week, and it's exciting to see him rise to the occasion.
Todd was talking about the Patrick Friendly phrase. What advice do you give to him? What do you tell him as far as how to make himself more Patrick Friendly?
Just keep growing. He's got a great feel for the game, and you know, the thing about being Patrick Friendly is he's going to let you know when you're doing the right things. You know, that's the ultimate leader he is, and just who he is as a quarterback. And he's going to come up to you and talk to you about where he kind of likes you to fit in voids, or how he sees things kind of developing versus certain coverages. And as long as you're a sponge, you just absorb everything, not only from him but from Coach Reed and how he teaches the offense all across the board, like he's been doing. You're going to keep seeing him excel and get more stuff thrown on his plate.
Nate?
Travis, anything you notice differently or sort of adding to his game more for Isaiah Pacheco going from year 1 to year 2?
I mean, right now it's we go as he goes, man. He's playing unbelievable football with a lot of energy and making everybody love blocking for him, man. And that's Clyde was in there last week doing the same thing, running downhill, and Jarek obviously
hurt his wrist there, so we'll have to see how those things recover. Those are my echoes off to the Cowboys. They did a nice job today battling through. I was proud of our guys for battling through with some of the things that were going on. Not always agreeable things on my end, but that's all right. Things happen, and you got to fight through it. So bottom line is we're having too many penalties, and we've got to make sure we take care of that, both sides of the ball. So to get off the field and on third downs, and then to stay on the field offensively and not backing yourself up. So no excuses with it. We'll work on cleaning it up. You know, we appreciate our fans' support. They came out here and cheered us on, and we appreciate all that. There was a lot of red in the stands, and and then Thanksgiving, it is Thanksgiving, so that's bigger than probably any of this, but this was a nice microcosm of how the world should be, where it's competition. It's not people killing each other and doing all those crazy things that go on. All religions, all races out here enjoying an event. And if we can learn one thing from it, you know, as we go through as a country here, man, that's it right there. Great competition, and then everybody get along, and then shake hands afterwards and go about your way there. So anyways, with that, time, cheers.
What do you leave the team with after today, after this loss? What do you try to leave in their minds going forward?
Yeah, the guys know. I mean, they understand. We've got to clean up a few things, and we've got to do better as coaches. We've got to do better as players. And so you go back to the drawing board, and you keep working is what you do. And we were close here, but we had too many opportunities that we gave away, and you can't. Two good teams playing each other, you can't have those things. Right?
So now at 6-6, there's kind of no margin for error. Is that something that you start, sort of mentally working with them on, or you don't need to do that?
Yeah. We go in every week thinking that there's in this business, you stress to get your game plan down, and then practice it, and then go out and do it. So there's no days off on that. It's competition, and you're giving it your all, and I wouldn't expect anything less from the guys now.
I know you're not going to comment on the penalties, but a lot of third and longs today. Some of those were penalties, some of them were completions. Just what were you seeing on third and long from Dallas?
Yeah, so listen, I mean, I'm not going to say, I'm not always going to agree with the call, but the calls are made. And I will say that they've got some physical receivers, big, strong, physical guys, and that's the way they were playing. And in return, my guys were fighting, and to maintain leverage in that. And it's not the way I saw it, but it's the way they saw it. The officials saw it, so they made the calls. But you got to stay aggressive against those guys. There's no other way to do it.
In the third quarter, you've got a couple chances just beyond midfield, fourth and about medium, and you punt both times. Just are those close decisions for you? Like, are those?
Yeah, well, at that time we were doing okay. I thought we would be able to hold them with field position.
The day Kansas City Chiefs fans hoped would never come. The stadium was silent, hope hanging in the air like mist, as the legendary quarterback Patrick Mahomes was helped off the field, his face etched with pain. What followed sent shockwaves through the world of sports. Mahomes, battling a devastating ACL injury, would not only miss the rest of the season, but he also announced his retirement from football. The news sent teammate and close friend Travis Kelce into an emotional tailspin as he opened up about the loss on and off the field. But as one chapter closes, another begins. Mahomes' decision to step away from the game comes with a renewed focus on his personal life, particularly his much-talked-about engagement to global superstar Taylor Swift. No one could have predicted the abruptness with which Mahomes' career would come to an end. Widely regarded as one of the most electrifying quarterbacks of his generation, Mahomes had already etched his name into NFL history with his MVP-level performances and 2 Super Bowl victories. But sports can be cruelly unpredictable. In what should have been an ordinary play, Mahomes' knee buckled, and the stadium's collective breath was held. The medical team rushed to the field, and the grimness on their faces said more than words ever could. After the diagnosis was confirmed, a torn ACL with additional ligament damage. Speculation was rampant. Would he attempt a comeback? Could he recover to his previous level? Within days, Mahomes put all rumors to rest with a heartfelt press conference. "Football has given me everything," he said, voice cracking as tears threatened to fall. "But now it's time to give my all to something else, to someone else. I am retiring from the NFL." For Travis Kelce, Mahomes' retirement was more than just the loss of a teammate. It was the end of an era. The chemistry between Kelce and Mahomes was the stuff of legend. Together, they turned the Chiefs into perennial contenders and redefined what was possible on the gridiron. Kelce, known for his tough exterior and charismatic bravado, was brought to tears during a post-practice interview. "I can't even find the words right now. Pat isn't just the best quarterback I've ever played with. He's my brother. We've been through wars together," Kelce managed to say, his voice breaking. He wiped away tears as he continued. "It's going to be weird not seeing him out there, not hearing his voice in the huddle. I just want him to be happy. He deserves that." Kelce's emotional outpouring resonated with fans and teammates alike. Messages of support flooded social media, with many expressing gratitude for the unforgettable moments Mahomes and Kelce had created together. The duo's on-field partnership will be remembered as one of the greatest in NFL history. As the world mourned the end of Mahomes' football career, many turned their attention to his next steps. In recent months, the quarterback's relationship with internationally acclaimed singer-songwriter Taylor Swift had become headline news. The two, who met through mutual friends, quickly became one of the most talked-about couples, blending the worlds of sports and entertainment in a way few others had. Swift, often seen cheering from the luxury suites, stood by Mahomes' side as he faced the toughest decision of his life. In his retirement speech, Mahomes spoke candidly about the role Swift played in helping him find perspective. "Taylor showed me there's more to life than football," he said. "She's been my rock, my confidant, and the love of my life. I want to spend more time with her, to build a future together." The couple's engagement, which had previously been kept mostly private, was now front and center. Rumors of a lavish wedding have already begun circulating, with fans speculating about everything from the guest list to the wedding venue. One thing is certain: Mahomes' new chapter will be written alongside Swift, and the world will be watching. Mahomes' decision to retire at the peak of his powers is a reminder that even our greatest heroes are human. His journey, marked by breathtaking plays and unforgettable victories, will be remembered for generations. But perhaps his most significant legacy will be the grace with which he handled adversity, his willingness to put love and family above all else. For Kelce and the Chiefs, the challenge now is to move forward, to honor their fallen leader by continuing to strive for greatness. For Mahomes, the future is wide open. A new adventure awaits, hand in hand with the woman he loves. In the end, the story of Patrick Mahomes is about more than football. It's about resilience, friendship, and the courage to embrace change. As the stadium lights dim and the cheers fade, a new kind of spotlight awaits him, a life lived fully, both on and off the field.